The popular sedan versus SUV comparison war is back, and this time in pure, proper, strong hybrid format. We have the Honda City Hybrid over here and the Toyota Hyryder Hybrid over here. Both are very closely matched in terms of the pricing as well. So which of these should you consider if you're in the market for a hybrid feature-loaded vehicle? The Hyryder or the Sedan City? By the way, our mega comparison of the Hyryder versus four of its rivals, the Grand Vitara, the Creta, the Taycan and the Aster, that is live on 91 Wheels channel. That exclusive video gives you a proper insight into all the aspects you should know about the mid-size SUV space. So after this video, do not forget to check out that video as well. First things first, the pricing and the versions on offer. Now, Honda is selling the City Hybrid in only one fully loaded variant. This will cost you 19.9 lakh rupees ex-showroom Delhi. Toyota, on the other hand, is playing very well with the Hyryder because they're offering the Hyryder in multiple versions with the mid-level variant with ample features starting at only 15.1 lakh rupees ex-showroom Delhi. But let's talk about the top-end to top-end versions. 19.9 versus 19 lakhs. So the difference is only approximately 5% between both the options over here. Now, safety is one term that is gaining popularity with new buyers in the Indian market, and this is where the Honda City Hybrid has a clear edge over the Hyryder. Why do I say so? Well, first of all, this one offers you a proper ADAS package, that is Advanced Driver Assistance System, and some of them are actually very helpful to aid safety for you and others on the road. This one, as of now, does not get ADAS even as an option. Secondly, there is a blind spot monitor, a mirror for the left side. So whenever you give the left side indicator, the camera on the left outside mirror that will come onto the display, and you know what's happening on the left side of the vehicle. But more than that, the Thai spec Honda City scored a perfect 5-star under the ASEAN NCAP rating. So somewhere we can expect good level of safety with the Honda City Hybrid for the Indian version as well over the Hyryder. So yeah, in terms of safety, this is the one you should pick. Moving on, size does matter in the Indian market, and the popularity of SUVs cannot be ignored. Yes, the Hyryder in terms of length, it's shorter than the Honda City, but the width, the tire size and the height make up for that by a big margin. So if you want an SUV hybrid, of course, it's a no-brainer, go with the Toyota Hyryder. But even more than the size of the vehicle, the way the design has been done by Toyota, guys, for example, the front end, the grille is actually large, it's blocked, more of what we see in an EV vehicle, and then the rear execution as well. So overall, the design parameter and the road presence of the Hyryder is better than the Honda City. But this one wins the length battle. It is longer than the Hyryder, and the City has always carried a more polished and a premium appeal in the way it looks. Plus, for the hybrid version, you get this one, a spoiler at the back and a diffuser on the lower part of the bumper, finishing the package for you. So to summarize the design and the external parameter, a sedan like the Honda City always looks polished and premium, but the SUV thing, the road presence, the size cannot be ignored at all. Now, in terms of the engine capacity, both the vehicles, the City and the Hyryder, have a similar power plant, a 1.5-litre non-turbo petrol engine. The difference is in terms of the output. This one offers you 98 horses, that one offers you 92 bhp. Torque again is more, 127 versus 122 on the Hyryder, the petrol specifications. But the electric motor output, even in that terms, this is far more powerful and more torqueier than the Hyryder's setup. However, this one comes back with a slightly better economy, 27.97 kmph as compared to 26.5 for that one. In fact, the same setup of the hybrid comes in the Maruti Grand Vitara, and we did a record run from Delhi to Mumbai without a refill. Yes, 1,400 kilometers on a single tank of fuel, and that video is live on the channel. The link you can see on the screen and in the description section below. So if you are a mileage freak as well, do not forget to check out that video after this video. Not too flashy, not overdone, this is class apart, and that is what Honda customers want from their City, the understated appeal on the inside. Plus, the lighter color for the seats just makes it feel slightly more airier on the inside. The whole layout, the fit and finish is nice, and in spite of being a sedan, yes, getting inside and outside of the car is slightly more difficult as compared to the Hyryder, but Once inside, the visibility factor is not bad at all. This one scores very high marks on practicality as well. There is no manual hand brake, so this whole area is pretty clean and you get a proper resting spot for your mobile phone, cup holders over here, and then more space to keep a couple of more mobiles over here. Unfortunately, there is no wireless charging, there is no HUD over here, there is no seat ventilation, and even the sunroof is small as compared to that on the Hyryder. However, in the Honda City, as is what the customer expects, you get genuine leather seats and not artificial leather. Plus, the same leather treatment can also be seen on the steering wheel, on the gear lever, and on the door pads as well. So, this is where the premium appeal of the Honda that has always been there in India comes into the picture. A lot of people will be chauffeur driven, or if you have tall people in your family, how is the second row? Well, it's time to go at the back. This is what the City is all about. Space and space at the back. With the front seat being positioned for a tall person like me, 6 feet tall, an equally tall, healthy person at the back will have so much amount of knee room left over here. Plus, the floor is slightly more flatter as compared to that on the Hyryder. However, you only have the 12-volt charging outlets at the back. There is no C or USB type charging outlet at the back. Also, no bigger sunroof. But as you can make out, my head is now touching the roof. However, I can slide down, take a nap on the move, and still have some amount of knee room left in the City. So, for chauffeur-driven people or for those who are tall, the extra space on the back cannot be ignored in the Honda City. Likewise, I'll switch on to the left seat now, and will push the co-driver seat all the way up to show you the kind of space if you're in the boss mode in the Honda City. This is what the Honda City is all about, the boss mode. After a long day at work, you want to just chill at the back while your driver drives you back home. You can do this at ease in the Honda City, no matter how tall you are. And then small other things. For example, I told you the flat floor over here and these multiple mobile pockets in the seat pocket on the back of the front seats, 2 over here and 2 over here. Now, this has to be the most feature-loaded Toyota ever to be sold in the Indian market. In fact, as compared to the Honda City Hybrid, only 2 things are missing over here. A are the artificial leather seats over here. The City Hybrid gets proper leather seats. And B is the electronic park brake. This one gets a manual handbrake over here, but a button for the electronic park brake basically frees up the space on the central part. Now, the whole look and finish, the fit and finish and design of the interiors is remarkable. It's pretty good for the segment and the pricing and the time as well. The seats, they are large, they offer you good amount of support. And then the features, for example, the HUD over here, the head-up display missing on the Honda City, a massive panoramic roof, a sunroof missing on the Honda City, and seat ventilation and so on. So for the price, you're paying approximately 1 lakh rupees less than the Honda City, and yet you get so much more in terms of the features and package on offer. Although the interiors are not light, they are darker in the shade as compared to the City Hybrid, but the bigger sunroof and the extra width over here just makes the cabin feel a lot bigger for the front 2 passengers. But things at the back, well, it's time to go to the second row. Now, this is where things are not very good in the second row of the Hyryder. Standalone, it's a good vehicle. For example, the front seat is for my height. I stand 6 feet tall. An equally tall, healthy person at the back. I have approximately 2 inches of knee room left over here. But the headroom is not sufficient. My hair are touching the panel. This panel is low because of the bigger sunroof on the Hyryder. You have 2 charging outlets, you have the AC vents, you have an armrest with cup holders and 3 independent individual headrests at the back. However, this is a comparison with a sedan, and that sedan has a clear upper edge over the Hyryder. And coming to the boot space of both the vehicles, this one being a strong hybrid has the batteries going in inside the boot over here, and hence the actual usable capacity is only 265 liters. You can remove this panel to have slightly more space, but then again, it's a step coming in as compared to the Honda City where there is no step and it's a bigger boot. I'll show that in a later stage. But as of now, for a strong hybrid, because of the batteries, you do miss out on the important boot space for family usage and for trips. And on the Honda City, the City has always been known for a massive boot for the sedan market, but with the batteries coming in, it drops to 306 liters, still approximately 15% more than the Hyryder's boot. Plus, if you lift this panel, there is some amount of usable space for a couple of small backpacks. Now on paper, both the Hyryder and the Honda City don't offer as much power and torque as some of the turbo petrol options in the segment like the Creta or the Seltos. But nevertheless, because when you go pedal to metal, both the engine and the electric motor, they are pushing you forward with a good amount of show. So these are not slow vehicles. How quick is the Hyryder, for example? Well, the 0 to 60, 0 to 100 and the 0 to 120 run coming in front of you on the screen, and that was done in the power mode, not in the eco or the normal mode. So yeah, 0 to 100 in just over 10 seconds is a good number for an eco-friendly, efficient SUV. In real world conditions, well, you are sitting slightly higher up, you have a better command of what's happening on the road. You have a higher ground clearance as well, very useful in certain situations. And the overall visibility and the ease of driving is pretty good in the Hyryder, no complaints at all. Of course, like the Honda City, when it goes into the pure EV mode, like right now, it's super silent on the inside. This is what diesels can't match. They can match the running cost in terms of rupees per kilometer, but the EV mode is simply phenomenal. Of course, when you go fast, engine kicks into life and it's not very loud. The Honda City, after a few seconds I'll talk about that, the Honda City's petrol motor flat out is on the louder side, and in the Hyryder, it's an eCVT. There are no shifts as such, so the whole push is smooth like a locomotive train when you're going pedal to metal. Plus the ride quality, something I'm a big fan of both the Grand Vitara and the Hyryder. The ride quality is definitely on the good side. It's not very soft or plush, but it's definitely comfortable. And when you have a roundabout or a curve approaching like this one, the steering effort, though not as light as the Honda City, will still not give you any reason to complain. So easy going, and the eCVT has a slightly better response as compared to that on the Honda City. Overall, I think from driving point of view, if you're gonna be in the driver's seat, this one will definitely keep you happy. But let's come to the Honda City as well. Now to start with, the Honda City does not offer you a power mode. It only has the normal or the eco mode. The Hyryder on the other hand has three modes: the eco, normal and power. Driving the city has always been a fuss-free, easy affair for so many years and all the generations. And like the Hyryder, when the battery has enough juice, you go into EV mode and everything around you is super silent. Not right now, the engine is running. Acceleration of the car. On paper, it's got more power and higher torque than the Hyryder. But does that mean it can beat the Toyota offering in terms of the acceleration runs? Well, watch it for yourself. So yeah, a full 1 second quicker than the Toyota's offering from 0 to 100. This is as quick as the 1.5 petrol Honda City, a sedan known for performance. So you have the economy, you have the EV mode, and yet pedal to metal when you want to tease others on the road, this one will do that as well. However, as compared to the Hyryder, you must have seen in the video, there are steps coming in while you're going flat out, and that does not give you as smooth a feel as the Toyota offering. Secondly, in traffic, when you want to just closing on a gap, the moment you go down on the pedal, the punch is not immediate, so it's not as responsive as the Toyota's eCVT, but flat out definitely it is quick. Steering effort, it is less than that of the Hyryders, and in spite of being a low slung vehicle, the visibility is nice because of this long huge windshield, big mirrors on the outside. And I just noticed this also has a rear shade coming in as a standard fitment that is missing on the Hyryder. So
At night with high beam or even in sunny conditions, the sunshade at the back will definitely be of a small plus point both for the driver as well as for the rear passengers. Handling, well, approaching the same roundabout as we had a few seconds back with the Hyryder, and I told you the steering has less effort, requires less effort as compared to that of the Toyota offering, and goes about doing its duties in a very easy manner. So if you're looking at the city as a chauffeur driven car, or you want to be at the back seat, even then when you want to be in the driver's seat on weekends or a long trip with family, this will keep you happy. Just gives you a more sense of premiumness on the inside. I don't know why, but yeah, it does. One thing I've noticed in the Honda City is that even in the EV mode, some amount of road noise filters into the cabin. So the engine is off, but this road noise is picking up. This was missing in the Hyryder. So in terms of the cabin noise levels in the EV mode, the Toyota offering does a better job. I'll do one thing, I'll take a U-turn, I'll go at 60-70, we'll go into EV mode, and I'll actually try to show you the amount of road noise filtering inside the cabin. Here we go. So yeah, 70 kmph engine is off. We're in the EV mode, but you can make out the noise slightly more.
And finally, it's time for a verdict between this comparison of an SUV and a sedan. The pricing. Now, this one is for 19 lakh rupees ex-showroom Delhi, the top-end version, and this one is for 19.9 lakh rupees ex-showroom Delhi. A difference of 90,000 rupees, or approximately 5% in terms of the ex-showroom cost. If you'll ask me, Bunny, what does the Honda City offer you for that extra 5%? Well, it's a quicker vehicle, 0 to 100, 1 second difference. It's got more space at the back, so better chauffeur-driven car, and the seats are mighty comfortable. And then a few extra features that give you a premium touch. For example, proper pure leather seats and a few add-ons which can be of helpful on a daily basis. The rear sunshade, all 4 windows are one touch down, and even from the key you can just unlock the boot and knock the doors. That thing is missing on the Hyryder. So at 19.9 lakh rupees, it might seem expensive, but the premium appeal of a Honda City and the features I told you about, and the more space and the better performance, well, it is a good buy. What about the Hyryder now? Now, this one smartly offers you a mid-level version at 15.1 lakh rupees ex-showroom Delhi, and that is phenomenal value for money. An automatic with a pure hybrid at that cost is not seen in the Indian market before. Of course, you'll miss out on features, but this one at 15.1 lakh rupees is definitely a steal deal. However, if you have the money to splurge, which one should you go for? The Hyryder or the Honda City? I think either way you will not go wrong, because the SUV image, the sedan image, the features on offer, and the safety on offer. So for the top-end version, it's a very close call, but if you're on a budget, this one is the one you should pick.